You give good love, real, real good love. Baby, you hold my destiny. So the microphone's picking up there, so what's the problem? What's the problem? I still can't hear me. You you give good love. You give. You give. You give. Test, test, test. Give good love. You give. You give. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Testing. Testing. Uh-huh. Wonder why that's not working. Testing. I wonder why that's not working. Control. Still not bad though because
And money is great. And listen, I have to say, Reverend, a lot of
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, what's up? You are tuned in to the I'm Just Bougie channel. Listen, and you have Miss Shug Avery here on this Saturday night. And I'm gonna call this night Talking Shit Saturdays. And on Talking Shit Saturdays, I mean, tonight, as you can see, I'm on here really late at 12:19 in the morning. Really, I'm up because I'm practicing this shit. I wanted to practice this because I was setting up some equipment tonight, and so I was like, okay, why don't you just do like a dry run so you won't have to take time off of tomorrow, for like trying to go live and stuff. If you can get it set up since I started, right? So it took so much longer than I expected it to. So that's why, like, for the last 29 minutes, it's just been like random silent air and all that other stuff. So yeah, so that is why. So I got everything set up. So there was some things that I did want to talk about, so we can get into it. So talking shit Saturdays is because I don't know. I'm not gonna do every day where I just tap in and talk about the gossip that's going on YouTube or that's going on Instagram. Like, I'm not gonna do it every day, but I can dedicate Saturdays to it, and I want to, right? So talking shit Saturdays. So let's see what's been going on. And before we get into like all the gossip and stuff, I think there's just no way. I don't want to do a real serious topic right now, but there's no way that you can get around. And as I'm sitting here and I'm watching my TV and I see that, I'm watching the looting and everything that's going on right now on CNN. And right now they have Los Angeles up in New York. I just want to say rest in peace to George Floyd. Um, I've cried a lot this week behind this. It's been a really sad to, see a video of a man crying out for his mama. I don't know anybody who's strong enough to continue to see that and then see his brother and just other people vent their frustrations and stuff like that and just be able to be okay, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I see a lot of people trying to pressure people to or feel some sort of way or passing judgment on people who aren't just like 24/7 talking about everything that's going on. This shit is not easy. Like, this is a lot of pain wrapped up. This is a lot of pain coming out right now. So yeah, it's hard to watch on a consistent basis. I've checked out. I have to check out because, like I said, I I weep like a baby when I see certain people, talking and certain, just the pain. Like, I'm black at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, like, I know what it is. You know what I mean? So I wanted to actually spend some time and look at the different stories that are out there right now. And right now, I am on Love B. Scott. And as you can see on the screen, hold on one second. As you can see on the screen, I am on Love B Scott. Shout out Love B Scott. I mean, I was gonna get into it, but you know, I'm a big fan of Love B Scott. I listen to his podcast. So yeah. Anyway, so here we have just recently, because you know B Scott is in California, so she's behind us. So he is still up and posting and all the other stuff. And so we have here, watchman tries to use hunting bow on protester, gets beat down, and his car is set on fire. Okay, let's look and see what this idiot was, you know, trying. Oh, okay, he really has a bow and arrow. Because, you know, they can walk around and drive around with this stuff, you know, with readily. And granted, I know the times that we're living in and all this other stuff, but why is he think about it. Look at what you're seeing. Why is he walking around with a bow and arrow? This has been a protest that has included black people and white people. So it's not even like a thought that he thought that if I go outside, the black people are going to attack me because I'm white. It's been across the board. Everyone's protesting. So why do you have that in your hand? Who were you hoping to run into? And that's what we're trying to say. That behavior right there. Like, he was prepared. He left his house as if though something was going to happen. So just imagine if he did not have that bow and arrow, and he went out with some type of compassion, and even if he didn't want to protest, and if someone said something to him, I'm not here to protest, I'm just trying to get where I'm going. If he would have said that, how does he know that he'd be fine? Like, what gave him any indication that he was in any danger? So that's what doesn't make sense. Like, this reaction doesn't make sense. This is the same reaction we're saying with the police officers that do not make sense. Period. That shit don't make no sense. Why do you have this in your hand? But let's go ahead and watch this. Hold on 1 second. Where's the video? It's so weird because doing this on the doing this show and having to use a desktop, everybody uses their cell phones nowadays to go into sites and stuff. So look at him. Look at this shit. Oh no, he not. Is he really shooting a fucking bow and arrow? Oh, they are fucking him up. Damn. He is an old man though. Gotta pull back though. Pull back a little. That's unnecessary. You ain't gotta be that. You ain't gotta do all of that. You're still an old man. I mean, that has 6.4 million views right now. I mean, but that's what we're talking about. Like, that audacity to just why are you involved if you don't want to be involved? If all white lives matter, all lives matter, like, why are you involved? Why do you have a bow and arrow? See, that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, ugh. Because you went looking for that. Again, we're on Love B Scott, so we're just cruising the internet, just seeing, like, you know, the different things that are trending and people are talking about, and we just adding some commentary to it. Hannah Brown says, I don't want to be the ignorant white girl who uses the N-word in new apology video. So let's see which... I don't even know if I want to see that. Derek Chauvin, former officer arrested for killing George Floyd, is on suicide watch. Yes, I did hear that the gentleman is on suicide watch. I mean, you know, hindsight is always 20/20. I'm pretty sure he's in his cell. Like, I just ruined my life. No matter what happens, trial and whatever, my life is never going to go back to the same. I'm pretty sure he's having a lot of those thoughts. But I mean, a man is gone, and so, you know, I've also heard that his wife has filed for a divorce. Now, I don't know. I want to hear something from her. Like, I really do. I want to hear an interview from her. I want to hear her really say, I had no idea. Because I just have a hard time thinking, like, I just think your husband knows your tendencies. I mean, your wife knows your tendencies, knows her husband's tendencies. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what type of man do you think you were married to? You know what I mean? Like, how did he behave? Did you see anything? I thought it was real interesting, and I'm gonna try to find it. Let me see if I. Where do you want to go? Where do we want to go? Let's go back to YouTube, because CNN. I want to find the clip of the club owner. So there's a clip of a club owner. Oh, what the hell is this? There's a clip of a club owner. She is so she owns a club, and the club caters to Spanish people, right? So it caters to Spanish people, and on some nights they do some urban nights, and on so this officer had been the security at the club, when she would have her nights. And so she said she noticed that when he would be security for their Spanish nights, that it'd be cool, it was calm, no problems, everything would be okay, and that there would be no incidents, right? And that his demeanor was very open, and he was very friendly. It was just a good working experience for what it is, right? For an event. She says she most definitely noticed that when she would have urban events, and that same police officer on duty, because this is what he did, to make extra money on the side. Same police officer that she said that there was always an incident on the urban nights. And she said it's not like she's saying, oh, he started an incident, but what she said is that his demeanor was very aggressive, right? And that he just didn't seem like that friendly, open person that he was on the other nights when they had Spanish nights. She also said that the response from him when something did happen was so over the top that it felt like, whoa, a little bit of talking could have de-escalated this. Like, it didn't have to go to the point where you're calling for backup and there's like 4 or 5 cars outside, right? So there's that type of response, like, why did all of this happen? She said that there was more incidents of pepper spraying and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, did the wife not see that? I mean, did the wife not see that at all, or any of that time? I'm not going to say to that extent, because where would she be, where he'd be like, being a security cop? But did she not see, like, his attitude may have been a little different? Again, I'm interested in knowing myself. Let me see if I can find I'm CNN.com. Let me see if I can find it on their channel, see if they, separated the interview. Because, like I said, it was just like, we don't want to handle that. Where it is it? Was it yesterday? Must-see moments. I don't think it was a must-see moment, though. You know what? It'd probably be easier to just do Minnesota club owner. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. And so if y'all hear the music in the background, that is Sukiyana. It's featuring somebody, but we don't talk her name because we don't like her. But I love this damn song, so it's called Cut the Check, featuring Sukiyana. But we're not gonna say who the artist is, but you'll figure it out. Cut the check. Where is Minnesota club owner? Club owner interview. Minnesota club interview on CNN. Okay. That was crazy, them arresting the CNN reporter and then trying to act like, you see, and that was the other thing. Like, they arrested this man. And that's what we're trying to say. Like, people don't get it. Like, yeah, we're saying, we're tired of the police brutality, but we're tired of it all. We're not going to break this fight up. Like, we're not separating it to just, like, oh, let's deal with this right now. We'll come back and deal with the systemic racism, or we'll come back and deal with the workplace harassment. We'll come back. Like, no, we want to deal with all of this shit now and let it be known that there's a real freaking problem. It's a real problem. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. And that's the other thing that I don't want to get lost. You know what I mean? Before I started this, or while I was trying to set up the equipment, I was listening to a little bit. I'll get there. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to find it. It seems like But I told you what it was, so it's the gist of it. It was on CNN yesterday, I think it was, or today. But yeah, it was on yesterday. When I tell you that, like, really kind of broke my heart, like, to hear, or when I heard of the club owner, it made me think of like incidents and things that I've seen in my own city that is so hard to explain, right? Or that you're always made to feel as if though, hey, if you black people weren't acting up, then they wouldn't have to do anything at all, right? So that those two extreme, it's like, no, to hear that other club owner says no, the response wasn't usually warranted. It's something that I truly believe. Like, I go downtown in my city of Boston, and when I go to like a black club and at the let outs, yeah, you do notice that the police are really over aggressive, right? Oh, get to your car. I mean, it's just aggression, right? But then I noticed that anytime that, like, when I used to do Lyft and I used to do Uber and I would go to that same club, but this night would be more geared towards white people or Spanish people, I promise you the police officers are standing out there and they're not even like as aggressive. They're not telling them to break anything up. But not even that, I've noticed that on those same nights there'll be fights. You know what I mean? Like, stuff would happen. And those nights never get shut down. Those clubs never get shut down, right? All they do is just blame it on the urban nights and then continue to operate whatever whenever it passes and then cancel the urban nights, basically. They'll blame like whatever violence is happening on the black nights, and then all of a sudden those nights are gone because they can get away with that. They see the black nights as not as they don't make as much money. I don't know about your city, but in my city, they most definitely look at it that way. That the white and the Spanish nights are pulling much more, much, much, much more money at the bar. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I agree. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. Anyway, so back to the things that I have written down. Let me see. I really love so. Get the neck, nigga. Get the check. You want the neck, nigga? Cut the check. You want the neck, nigga? All right. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I never got to, and we're not gonna play anything or anything like that. I can talk about it on my own. Let me. Are we gonna play anything? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna cover it then. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, so I'm hearing that Kylie Jenner is not a billionaire. She's not a self-made billionaire. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? I'm not surprised about anything. I mean, at the end of the day, um, we need to realize that this family will lie. We need to realize that this family will lie. And at the end of the day, that's all they're doing. They will lie for the perception. They were quite aware that they needed to have that article go into Forbes. And they were quite aware that, if the streets are saying that she's a billionaire, if it catches on, that, it gave her status. And, will she eventually then try to sell the company? They know what they're doing. They got this shit down packed. And we know that. Like, we know that. Like, we seen how they move, even with the Jordan Woods. Like, this family is synchronized. They move extremely, like, they can't get caught off guard. You know what I mean? Like, like, what business mistakes have they made? We haven't known them to make any business mistakes yet since they've been, like, at the top. You get what I'm saying? So, for me, I'm like, yeah, I really see them doing that. Remember Kanye? We didn't even know he was broke, but it wasn't like he was putting it in his raps until later on when it was like, he had his wife took care of his debt and he was back on top. You know what I mean? So it's not like they really tell us the truth anyway. But at the end of the day, they're willing to let the Kardashians, and we're not even gonna call them the West. We're gonna call Kanye part of the Kardashians machine. That's what we're gonna do. Kardashian machine is most definitely at work and knows what they're doing each part of the way. All right, so what else do we have on my list? Let me see. I'm tired. I'm about to get off of here and just do this tomorrow. But again, like I said, I really just did this because I needed to set all of this up and see how it works and but I'm tired. What is my got a little bit more energy. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up. I'd rather do it the right way tomorrow with full energy and top to bottom. All right. Peace. Mm-mm. You want the net, nigga? Cut the check. You want the net, nigga? Cut the check. Suki ain't. She really grew on me. I did not think I was gonna like her. I promise you, my brother told me about Suki, and I was like, I don't want to see no damn Suki on it. He had shown me some video. She was ratchet as hell. You know, your first, first thoughts came out, and then when she got on the Love and Hip Hop Miami, I was just like, oh, I like her. She's cool. I like any woman that's just like just gonna tell you who she is, and that's just fucking that, and she's comfortable in her skin, and she's good. I like that. All right, y'all. See how distracted I got? I don't know who this one concurrent viewer, but they stay here. Probably a little stalkerish, but okay, we'll figure it out. Or we won't. Either way, you like my voice. What? What the next thing? Cut the check.